Hey, this is Russell again. Welcome back to the 2 Comma Club X coaching program. So excited to have you guys here. Again, this is number 2 of the quick start videos. And I'm doing these once about every week or so as you guys are going through the Secrets Masterclass and fill your funnel and the funnel building secrets, just because I'm trying to watch what's happening and be able to make these make course adjustments as we go. And that way, as people continue to go through this, we're able to clear up any of the mistakes or the holes or the questions as we're going through this. One question someone said is like, well, Russell talked about the way that he does his funnel hacking, and the Stevens is a little bit different. They're similar, but they're different. Like, what should I do? And the answer is both. Like, we're giving you different ideas, different ways that both of us approach a very similar topic, very similar idea. And some of you guys are going to resonate more with some stuff that Steven says, some will resonate with something I say, but we're just hoping to give you repetition, to keep thinking about these concepts over and over and over again, because something's going to spark in your mind. It might be something I say, it might be something Steven says, but repetition is the key to this business. I can't tell you how many times I've gone through this stuff over and over and over again, and every single time it comes back like, oh my gosh, I never thought about this thing, and something new pops out that's been there the whole time. That's why I told you guys, keep reading the .com Secrets book and the Expert Secrets book, because the more you're going through this, the more you get the repetition, the more this becomes second nature, and it'll start becoming simpler and simpler and easier for you. So that's kind of the game plan. Now, today what I wanted to talk about, last week I really went into figuring out where's the red ocean that you're going to be coming back through, and you're going to be building your blue ocean off of that. But then the other thing was, I wanted you to go and find the red ocean and find the competitors, find the other people that are selling things in your market, and I wanted you to get at least 10 of them. And hopefully you guys all have at least 10. If not, go back and watch week number 1, go watch that video and get your 10 built out, because that's very important for you guys to have that. Now you have the 10. What we're going to talk about today is the concept I call offer hacking. Now you guys have heard me talk about funnel hacking, but for some reason people just stop there. And funnel hacking is really just kind of the very beginning, the scratching the surface. And I want you guys to get a little bit deeper than that. This is where you're going to start learning and start really mastering and understanding this whole process, this whole concept. It'll get you to start looking at people's sales videos and their webinars differently. And so hopefully this will turn a light bulb on inside of a lot of your guys' minds. And one thing I want to preface before I go too deep in this, because the question I saw from quite a few of you guys actually, and I wanted to address it. I addressed it in the Facebook group. I did a podcast about it, but I want to kind of readdress it right here just so that everybody coming through this program during the quick start, I want to address it up front for all of you guys. And the question was, somebody asked and said, hey, I have a physical product business. I sell skin cream. So none of this expert secret stuff makes a lot of sense to me. I'm just going to skip the whole Secrets Masterclass and go into funnel building. And I wanted to jump out and be like, no. And so what they said, and again, I hear this a lot, so it's not to talk bad on this person at all. It's a very common thing that I get in most markets. E-commerce people tell me this, network marketers tell me this, local businesses tell me this. Like, it's not a unique thing, and so I wanted to address it up front. But what they say consistently is like, well, Russell, this is really good, but this isn't going to work for my business. And I want you to shift that perspective, not say, this isn't going to work for my business. I want you to look at these concepts and look at this lens that we're giving you. Okay, this lens I want you to look through for all business. I want you to look at it and say, not like, this doesn't work for my business. I sell physical products, or I sell local, I'm a chiropractor, or whatever. I want you looking at this and saying, how can this work for my business? I want you to make that transition in your mind. And as soon as you start doing that, you start listing these concepts, you're like, oh wow, how can I use that for my business? Well, what if I did this, and what if I did this? And all of a sudden, it'll open up a whole world of possibilities, as opposed to turning it off and like, I'm just going to skip that one and go on to the next thing. Okay, it is the key. Every business that I've been involved with, I use these concepts. If you'd asked anybody 3.5, 4 years ago before we launched ClickFunnels, like, hey, is this expert secret stuff? Is this a manual to build a software company? You've been like, no, this is a book about how to sell information products, right? But no, this is the process we've used to build one of the fastest growing software companies in the history of the world. If I was going to be selling supplements, the very first thing I would do is this process. If I was selling anything, this is what I would do. Okay, because Expert Secrets is all about like creating an offer, figuring out the right market first off, identifying who that is, and then from that, after you know that knowledge, how do you create an offer that's going to be irresistible to them? Okay, so many times, and especially when you're selling physical products or network marketing or your local service or things like that, people look at that and they think this stuff doesn't apply to them, but no, it applies more so to you than to anybody else. Because everybody else in your market is just, I'm selling skin cream, so I have a picture and I have some bullet points and I'm going to try to compete on price. Okay, the problem, and you've heard Steven talk about this in the Secrets Masterclass, that if all you have is a product, then you are competing with people on price, because everybody else can knock off a product. But when you turn that product into an offer, it changes everything. And I'm going to show you guys that as I go through a whole bunch of different funnels here and a bunch of different offers. But that's the magic. That's the big secret, is transitioning from a product to an offer, because the product's a commodity. What that means is there's a whole bunch of people that sell product. Okay, gas stations, like everyone sells gas. There's a million places you can buy gas at. Okay, so everyone's selling the same product. So basically, I drive to whatever gas station's the closest or whoever's the cheapest. Like I'm competing on convenience and price. Now, if that's your business, that's a horrible business to be in, right? Because now you're chasing people down to the bottom, and your margins get smaller and smaller and smaller, to eventually you have no profit whatsoever. Okay, but if you create an offer, it means you're making something that's completely different than everybody else. Now you can charge way more for it. Okay, a good example that I shared during my podcast when I kind of went on a rant about this is a lot of times, like, and I'm a really good affiliate. I haven't been an active affiliate for a couple of years now, but one of the top affiliates in the world. I've won Ferraris. I've won insane amounts of stuff, if I was to mention a whole bunch of stuff. And the reason why is a lot of times I actually sell more of the product than the person who created the product. Okay, someone will create a product and have a big affiliate contest where they're giving away a Ferrari or something. I'm like, this is awesome. I look at the product, I say, okay, me and 1,000 other people, affiliates, are all gonna be selling the exact same product. Okay, this is an affiliate contest, but the same thing again is true if you're in e-commerce, right? You're in Amazon, there's a million people selling the exact same thing as you. If you're a local business, there's 1,000 chiropractors in town, 1,000 dentists, 1,000 financial planners, like all of us are selling the exact same thing. So how do I come into a contest and sell more of the product than the actual product owner? The reason why is I come in there and say, okay, this is the thing they're selling. Let's say they're selling this book, or let's say they're selling a phone, or they're selling something like that. How do I take this product and how to make an irresistible offer? Okay. Now, to make an offer, first thing I have to do is I have to understand the market. That's why I went deep last video talking about figuring out where's the red ocean, like where are the customers. I need to figure out what that is and what's the market I'm going to create. Because if I just try to sell this iPhone to everybody, it's hard to make an offer for that. But if I know that I'm going to be selling iPhones, but I'm selling them to entrepreneurs who are trying to get more stuff done faster. Now that I know that's the market I'm going after, I can craft an offer very specific to this. I can say, okay, when you buy this iPhone, I'm going to also give you, and I start creating an offer, I'm going to give you my time management for entrepreneurs system. It's going to help you, so that this phone will actually help you to save more time. I'm also going to give you my entrepreneur weight loss program that's built into the phone. I'm going to plug that in here. I'm going to give you, and I can create a whole special offer that specific sub-market, that sub-niche that I've created would want. And now when I sell this product, they can go buy the iPhone for $400 at apple.com, or they can buy it for $1,000 from me, but they get all this other stuff that they don't get anywhere else. Okay, and anyway, that's how I compete as an affiliate. If I was selling physical products, it'd be the same thing. If I'm selling a supplement, everybody else is selling the same supplement. What else can I bundle to make this product an offer where now people will spend more money to buy my product, even though it's the exact same product, because the offer is better. Okay, same thing if I was a chiropractor or a dentist or financial planner, I'd be always thinking about how do I make this offer better. Okay, when I went into one of my very first network marketing companies, in the first 60 days after going in there, I won a Ferrari. And people are like, how did you win a Ferrari? I said, because everybody in this entire company is selling the same product. So I just took that product, I wrapped it in an offer, and I had the best product. I had people literally, this is, I think, against the rules I learned later. I got in trouble from the company. So don't do this if you're network marketing the same way. But I had people canceling their accounts and coming sign up with me. I had people having their spouses and their kids sign up underneath me because they wanted my offer. Okay? And that's the power if you create a really good, really irresistible offer. And so that's kind of the preface for this. So with offer hacking, what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of go back to step number one, which we talk a lot about funnel hacking, right? Where I say, okay, figure out what it is you're selling, and then go find someone who's selling it, look at what their funnel looks like. Before I go too deep in this, I want to preface, sometimes funnel hacking gets a bad term because some people come in and think that funnel hacking means like that copying's okay. And that's not ever what I said. There's an ethical and an unethical way to do this. An unethical way is saying, okay, someone's selling a product on this, I'm going to create the same thing and like trying to knock them off. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about looking at the process of something. Look at the funnel process and look at what that is, and that's what we're hacking. Okay. Like for example, if I was selling a print newsletter, I would say, okay, who are the people in this world that sell print newsletters? I wouldn't necessarily say who are the people selling internet marketing print newsletters, because if I model that too close, it looks like I just copied them and it's just not right. But I say, okay, well, I'm selling internet marketing newsletter. Agora does $1.5 billion a year selling financial newsletters. What's the model? Like, how are they doing it? What's their pricing structure? I'm going to model somebody else's funnel in a different market, different things. You don't always have to say, okay, I'm a chiropractor. Who else has got a chiropractor funnel? Okay, like I get that all the time in the forums, like, I'm a chiropractor. Who's got a chiropractic funnel I can funnel hack? Like, don't look at it that way, because first off, that's stealing. But second off, it's like, who else sells services? Like, what's other ways are happening? Like, Russell's selling services on the phone for $25,000. Like, can I model that process to sell chiropractic care? Yeah, I definitely could. Like, how can I do that? And so it's looking at different models, different funnels, different business models, seeing what people are doing in different spots, and say, okay, how can I replicate that for what I'm selling? Okay, I'm selling this, like what would be the best funnel I could do? So it doesn't have to be the same thing, and you shouldn't be copying people. You should be looking at the process of how things are sold. Okay, that's why I buy tons of weight loss. In fact, I'm gonna offer hack someone who's got a weight loss offer here in a second, because even though I'm selling internet marketing, I'm selling information products, I'm selling funnel building, the process is what I'm looking for, not, okay, I'm gonna create the exact same thing. So I wanna kind of put that out there, because again, this is not stealing, that's unethical, it's not a good way to be in business, causes all sorts of bad karma and other things. But if you do this the right way, it's giving you a business plan, a blueprint to create what it is you want to create. Okay, so that's kind of start off with. Now, in a traditional way we funnel hack someone, we go and we buy their product, right? I always tell you guys, every good entrepreneur has to be good at pulling their wallet out of their pocket, pulling their credit card out, and actually buying someone's offers. You can see what it looks like. What is the process flow that they're taking you through? Okay, so you've probably seen me draw these a lot of times, right? Here's my front end offer here, and then from there it takes me to an upsell page, and then from there there's a second upsell, and that's what the funnel looks like. Okay, and so that's the first step, and for some reason that's where most people stop. But this is where I start. Say, okay, here's the funnel. Now I want to figure out. I want to break this down and figure out exactly what's happening here to make this thing actually work. Okay, so I'm looking at a lot of things. Like one thing I'm looking at is like, what's the headline at the top, right? What's the hook they use there to get somebody's attention? Like, how do they phrase that? And there's probably a video there. Like, what's the video? What's it say? What's actually happening? And then when they're asking somebody for money here, what is the offer? Okay, there's an offer they are creating. And we start learning here inside this business is that these offers are like, this whole business is all about making offers. Okay, when you create an ad, the whole purpose of an ad is to create an offer to get somebody to click. Okay, yes, I'm making you an offer to click. Okay. So it's not just like, here's the package I'm selling. Like, if someone's watching this ad, why should they click? What's the offer you're gonna make me? Well, if you click on this video, I'm gonna give you what? Okay, it's an offer. And then they come here and you're like on the page, it's like, hey, give me your email address. Well, why? What's the offer? Like, well, if I give you this, then give me your email address and I'll give you this whole thing. And that's like, oh, there's the offer. So every single page, from the ad to the landing page to the upsell page, like everything here is just offers. You're creating a whole bunch of offers. A typical funnel is going to have 10, 20, 30 different offers in it. Does that make sense? So you got to get better and better at understanding the offers and creating offers, because that is the key to the whole thing. Okay. Now for this example, I'm just going to show 3 pages to simplify it, but I want you guys to understand that it's happening at the ad, it's happening at the opt-in, it's happening in the emails you're sending out. Like, why should someone open your email? The subject line is an offer. Open this email because I'm going to tell you this thing, right? Then they read the email, you're telling them to click something. Like, what's the offer? What are you giving them for them to actually go and click on the link? Okay, the better you get at creating offers, the better your ads will perform, the better your opt-ins will be, the better your email open rates will be, the better your click-through rates will be. Like, everything gets better the better you are at creating offers. Okay, so you need to become a master at studying people's offers. Okay, so when you're funnel hacking someone, it's not just looking at the process, that's one piece. The second piece is understanding how people are creating offers. Okay, and I think the next video that we do here in this sequence, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through and show you guys, a few dozen different ways to create really cool offers, really fun, and it'll be awesome. But first I want you guys to go funnel hack other people and just look at what other people are doing, because it's there right in front of your eyes in plain sight, yet most of us are missing it. Okay? I'm obsessed with this stuff, so the reason why I buy so many different products in so many different markets is because I'm looking at this. Okay? What was the headline? What was the video? What was the offer they created? Then there's the upsell, right? There's a video here, but in the video there's some kind of offer being made before they ask for my money. So what is that offer? Okay, upsell number 2, or whatever the process looks like. What is the offer? Okay, so I'm not just looking at the funnel flow. That's one big piece. I want to look at here's the blueprint where I'm going to create. The second thing I want to think of, like, what are the offers they're creating? Okay, so that's step number 1, is creating the offer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go through Drew Manning, one of his funnels. I hope he's okay with that. He's a super cool guy, 2 Comic Club winner. And he's in the weight loss space. Right now he's doing a ketogenic diet. And so this is one of his keto funnels I recently bought. So I'm going to go through the funnel and just kind of show it to you guys so you can see it, but mostly because I want you to see the offers. Okay, he does this perfectly. Every single page has an actual offer that he has created. So I'm going to actually watch the video, show you the thing, and show you what the offer is. Okay, now I'm just going to show you the pages, but I want to just kind of step back again. Prior to this page, there was an ad on Facebook, and on the ad on Facebook, so Drew's whole business is fit to fat to fit. So he was a personal trainer who was never overweight, and then he wanted to see what it was like to gain weight. So he gained a whole bunch of weight, got really, really fat, and then he lost it all. And so the initial offer, initial ad is a video of him on Jay Leno saying, I'm fit to fat to fit, and is him at his heaviest. He's like, I'm really, really heavy now, and I'm gonna lose all this weight. And that's the ad. And then the ad is like, hey, if you want to learn how I went from fit to fat to fit, go to this page. There's a video that's gonna explain it. Right? So there, the ad itself, and again, I'm going to walk you through these parts. There's a hook, there's a big promise, there's a story in the ad, which then gives you an offer. If you want to find out how I did it, go to this page, and that gets someone to click. Okay? Because it's an irresistible offer for you to click on the ad. Now you come to this page, and now we start the process over again. okay? A couple things I'm looking for, and I'll walk through it, but there's the hook, there's a promise, there's a story, and there's an offer. Okay, but first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the offer. I was actually planning on going through the whole funnel and showing the video first, but I wanna do one more thing, step back, because I think this will help you guys understand it even better. So there's a couple things that are happening, again, on the ad, like I just talked about, but then on the landing page, on the sales page, the upsell page. Each of these things are gonna have three components that are really, really important. The first thing they're all gonna have, actually I'll write them over here. First thing they're all gonna have is they're all gonna have a hook. Number 2 is a story. Number 3 is an offer. Hook, a story, and an offer, okay? So this is something, like if you can drive this into your brain over and over and over again, every time I talk to someone, it's like, there's a hook, there's a story, and there's an offer. Okay, so the hook is like, what's gonna grab them, right? If I'm going fishing, I'm throwing a hook in the water trying to grab somebody, right? So it could be an image, a headline, a word, or something like, some kind of hook that grabs them to be like, wait, what? And then it goes from the hook instantly into the story, and then from the story, then it transitions into an offer. Okay, and Expert Secrets goes through the whole process of how to tell good stories. I'm not going to go deep into that, but just understanding hook, story, offer. Hook, story, offer. Okay, it's happening in the ad, landing page, email. Everything is that way. Like when I send out an email, first thing I'm thinking to is like, okay, what's the hook for this? Like, why should somebody? Like, what's my purpose for even sending this? Why does it exist in this world? Why am I taking the time to send this? I want somebody to be like, well, Russell sent him this email because there's a reason. Like, what's the reason? What's the hook behind that, right? So if you look at this on each page, I'm going to diagram this out. The first thing is like, what is the hook for this page? Number 2 then, what's the story, hook story, and the third thing is what is the offer? And we'll kind of list out what the offer looks like for each of these, okay? Then on the upsell, the same thing. When you get upsell, there's the exact thing. What's the hook, the story, and the offer? So we got hook, number 2 is story, number 3 is offer, and then we'll list out like here's the bullet points of the offer. Same thing happens here again. There's gonna be a hook, a story, and an offer. Okay, so every time I'm funnel hacking, offer hacking, whatever you want to call it, when I'm looking at anybody selling anything, I'm looking at that. What's the hook? Did it get me engaged? Am I like excited to know this thing? And what's the story they're taking me out? I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this thing. And then what's the offer? Okay, you guys probably have seen me do this a billion times. You saw me do it funnel hacking live. You see me do it on videos, on books, on email. Like this is all I do all day. What's the hook? What's the story? What's the offer? Okay, all my podcasts are hook, story, offer. This is a format you guys gotta become really, really good at doing. Okay. And so that's kind of game plan. So I'm gonna jump right now to the very first page of Drew's funnel. We're gonna watch this video and I'm gonna pause throughout and be like, do you see the hook? And I'll keep playing. There's the story, and it'll play again, then there's the actual funnel. So that's kind of game plan. So I'm gonna watch this, I'll pause and jump back and forth here, and we'll do it through each of these pages so you can see exactly how this is working, and hopefully open your mind like, oh, that's how we create each of these pages. That's how we make these funnels actually work. Now again, I'm showing it in this type of funnel, but the same thing's true on a webinar funnel, a high ticket funnel, it doesn't matter what funnel you're using, this concept, this strategy, this core thing you need to understand is the same for everything you're doing in business. Every sales call, every message, every email, like everything you're doing comes down to this: hook, a story, and an offer. Okay, so there's how important it is. Hopefully I set that up enough so you understand and you pay a lot of attention. All right, let's jump into the very first video here on Drew's keto program. It's on keto.fit2fat2fit.com if you want to go and see him do it.
Hey everyone, Drew Manning here, known online as the Fit to Fat to Fit guy. I was that crazy personal trainer that intentionally gained 75 pounds in 6 months, documented the whole weight gaining process, and then lost it again in 6 months. The journey went viral, went on a bunch of national TV shows.
All right, so there you catch that. Is that a good hook? Hey, I'm that dude who went from fit to fat to fit. I was skinny, I gained a whole bunch of weight to show that it works, and I lost a whole bunch of things. You're like, what? Like that's a hook, right? Most people who are in the weight loss industry, they struggle with the hook, right? Like a lot of them have, like they know how to sell, like they have products they want to sell, but they're missing it. What's the hook? Like Drew's hook is that, right? If you look at Brandon Kaylin's got a hook about how much weight, like her whole weight loss journey is this hook that brings you in and tells the story, okay? So Drew's first thing is his fit to fat to fit is his hook, okay? A question for you is, do you have a hook for what you sell? Okay, if not, you have to think, what's your hook? Like, what's the hook that's gonna get somebody to listen in, okay? Let me keep pushing play.
New York Times bestselling book called Fit to Fat to Fit, and now there's a hit TV show on A&E called Fit to Fat to Fit as well. But most recently, a lot of you know me as the keto guy. Ever since I went on the Dr. Oz show a couple summers ago talking about the benefits of a...
Here's where he's transitioning into the story of Fit to Fat to Fit, which is like hooks him in, and then what's funny is he's not even selling the same product that he lost the weight on, but he hooked them. That was a hook to get him in. Now he's transitioned to the story of how it relates to the offer he's about to create, about to offer to everybody.
Ketogenic diet, this diet has exploded in popularity. So many people are wanting to find out how to do this keto diet. And so I've coached thousands and thousands of people on this ketogenic diet and the benefits of it. So here's the problem, is that we've been lied to as a society. For the past 50 years or so, we've been taught that eating fat makes you fat and that fats are bad. That's why we had that food pyramid, right? Where it was 7 to 11 servings of grains per day, eat fat sparingly, but look at what that's done to our obesity epidemic in this country. So the keto diet, what it does is it flips that on its head. And now the latest scientific research is showing that fats are actually healthy for our bodies. And what it does is it causes our body to use fat as an energy source. So fat is just another energy source for our body, just like glucose, but it's a more efficient, slow burning, sustained energy source that our bodies can use. The problem is that we think fat is bad. But what the keto diet does for you is it puts your body in a totally different metabolic state where you're using fats for energy. So you're burning fat as fuel instead of burning sugar for fuel, which is what we've been taught to do for so many years. And so the benefits of the ketogenic diet that people are noticing, that I've noticed, is that it's nutrition for your brain. Your brain feels so much sharper. The cognitive function, mental clarity, focus, and energy are like night and day from what you were doing before. And so that's what I want you to experience, and thousands of people have experienced this with the ketogenic diet. So how my program works is...
All right, so the story now was that eating fats make you fat. Okay, it hooks you with, I was fit, I got fat, I lost my weight. Now eating fats makes you fat. The story he just told, right? And now people are like, wow, I need to eat fats to do it. And what I need to do, he's like, boom, transitions now to his offer, which is his ketogenic diet. So I'm gonna write his keto diet plan. But now, again, most people stop here like, hey, I sell a book on how to do this, or I sell an ebook on, and they stop. Like, it's not just the product. We got to break away from the product and we're creating an offer. So listen as he goes through here, so you can list off all the things inside of his offer. It's not just a product. Okay, if he said it's a book, they'd be like, oh, I can go to Amazon and get a book for $19 or $12 or whatever on keto. It's like, no, you're getting this offer. Now it's something where price isn't a barrier. It's not a structure that's keeping him from selling what his product's actually worth.
Is of complete detailed meal plans with correlating grocery lists that tell you exactly what to buy from the grocery store, telling you exactly what to eat, when to eat it, how often to eat it. All the recipes are easy to make and the food is amazing. You'll also get 60 days of detailed workouts that you can do from home or at the gym as well. If I had known about the keto diet back when I did Fit to Fit, I definitely would have done it. And I probably would have lost the weight a lot quicker had I known more about the ketogenic diet. But now I'm such a huge fan of it. I've had over 100,000 people download this very program, with tens of thousands of people's lives influenced for the better because they've broken through that lie that we've been told as a society. And I will coach you on how to do the ketogenic diet as a lifestyle, and you will notice these benefits as well. So I'm excited to get started with you. So click below and let's do this together.
All right. So there's his offer. If you scroll down on the page, he kind of recaps as well so you can see it again. Tells us, he has the hook again. There's the story. It comes down to here. Boom, they get the ketogenic meal plan. Boom, number one part of the offer. Then they get the keto grocery/food list. They get the keto workouts. Plus the other things in here, he's got, he didn't talk about these in the video, but also part of the offer, you get the restaurant guide. You get the community. You scroll down, what else did you get? Money back guarantee, all of that now for $37. Let me grab a green one here so I can draw some dollars. And hopefully you guys can see that. So that's $37. Okay, so this is the first offer on this page. Okay. Now, if we're funnel hacking someone, we're offer hacking someone, I'm not looking to say, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a keto diet and a meal plan and groceries and workouts. And I'm looking to say, okay, well, I'm in financial planning. How would this work for me? Well, I don't have meal plans. Okay. But what do I have that's the equivalent of that? Okay. They're giving people meal plans so they know what to eat. I'm a financial planner. What if I gave people plans that are going to help them to be able to blah, 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 right? And I start thinking through this, like taking what they have and how to relate that to what it is I'm selling. Okay. Again, come back to the same thing with the hook. Like his hook was he went fat to fit to fat. Like what's my hook? Like why should somebody care? Like why should they listen to me? Like what's my story behind this? What was the reasoning? I think for a while, like what was my story? And sometimes you gotta go back in your childhood or back in your past to be like, oh, well, when I was whatever, this is what happened to me. That's why you should care. There's my hook. And I have a story now I can tell you about that, which now makes this offer important. Okay. And then you have the offer and it's saying, okay, meal plans, groceries, workouts, restaurant guide, community, $37. Now again, $37. If I said this is an ebook, $37 is hard to sell an ebook because I can go to Amazon and get a physical book for $9.99, right? But because I'm not a commodity, I broke it away. Now he's got a community. Like, what's community worth? I don't know. It's an intangible. I don't know what that's worth. What's the restaurant guide? I don't know. What's the work? It's like all these other things now. Now all of a sudden it's like, man, I have no idea what this is worth. He says $37, but that's what it is because that's what the offer is, right? So when you do this, it breaks it away from being a commodity. Okay, same thing if you're selling a physical product on Amazon. You take that physical product off and say, okay, now here's my physical product, but I'm gonna make this with it and this with it, and you start building an actual offer, and now you have something that, now you have something you can actually go with and use an offer and break yourself away from everybody else, okay? All right, so that's number one. Now I'm gonna go to page number 2 here in this funnel for his first upsell. And here's the upsell, and this is called the Maximize Your Keto Reboot with my Keto for Life 6-month program. Okay, check this out. We'll listen to this video now. And listen for as you're listening, listen for a hook, a story, and an offer.
Hey everyone, Drew here. Congratulations on making the decision to get started on this ketogenic lifestyle. I'm so excited for you to start noticing the benefits that tens of thousands of other people have noticed as well. Improvement in cognitive function, mental clarity, better digestion, balancing out your hormones. And one of the common questions I get as well is what do I do after the 60 days? This is just an introduction to the ketogenic lifestyle. A lot of people want to know how to live this as a long-term lifestyle. So what I've done for you is create a 6-month detailed program that is Keto for Life that really walks you through how to live this as a lifestyle change for the long term, not just the short term, but for the long term. And so if you click on the link below and add this to your cart now, you can get it at 50% off. So don't wait until after the 60 days to purchase this because then it'll be full price again. But if you add this to your cart now, you'll get 50% off and you'll really understand how to live this as a long-term lifestyle change, which is really what I want a lot of you to know how to do. And that's why I created Keto for Life. So I'm so excited for you to get started on this ketogenic lifestyle with me as your coach. So click on the link below and let's do this together.
So a couple things. In the video, he didn't mention the offer that well, but he did talk about what was the hook. The hook was like, well, this is a 60-day program about what happens after 60 days. Like, oh, I don't know. Boom, they got you hooked now, right? Now I'm like, I got to figure out what's happening. And he tells a story, like a lot of people go through this and it's the lifestyle thing, they love it, and then it's over and they don't know what to do now and they want more. We normally sell this at full price, but because I know you guys are gonna be in this for the long term, I'm gonna make a special deal. So I'm telling the story behind it. This is why I created this amazing thing for you, and now they offer. So it's called the 6-month keto boot kit. If you scroll down now, in the page, he actually shows the offer. There's 30 plus new recipes that weren't there before. You get 6 more months of meal plans. You get grocery list for each of the meal plans. 6 months of workouts. Sorry, my handwriting is horrible. And then a done for you system. Done for you system. Does anything else come down here? And that's the offer, okay? So again, his upsell is the exact same process. Here's the hook, here's the story, there's the offer, okay? So now he's made 2 offers, okay, just in the first 2 pages of this funnel. All right, now we're gonna jump into page number 3 and see what the next offer is. And again, once again, listen for the hook, the story, and then the offer.
What if I told you that there was more to keto than just eating bacon and cheese and butter all day long? My name is Drew Manning from Fit to Fat to Fit. Yes, I'm that crazy trainer that intentionally got fat.
Did you guys hear that? That whole hook was like the first, how many, 10 seconds? Let's listen to it one more time.
What if I told you that there was more to keto than just eating bacon and cheese and butter all day long? My name is Drew Manning from Fit to Fat to Fit. Yes, I'm that crazy trainer that intentionally got fat on purpose and gained 75 pounds in 6 months and then lost it again in 6 months. And during that time, I learned a lot of valuable lessons along the way of just how wrong I was when it came to transforming people's lives. Since Fit to Fat to Fit happened, I wrote a book which became a New York Times bestseller where I talked about a lot of the mental and emotional lessons that I learned to help people truly transform their life rather than just focusing on the physical. And since then, we've created a TV show called Fit to Fat to Fit, where now I coach other trainers through the process of getting fat first so that they can better help their clients on a mental and emotional level. And that's why keto isn't just about bacon and butter and cheese. There's a lot more to it on the mental and emotional side that a lot of people don't talk about. I'm a huge fan of the ketogenic diet, not just for fat loss or weight loss, although it can be used for that. I love the improvement in mental clarity and cognitive function. And there's even a lot of research being done on helping certain forms of cancer and epilepsy and seizures and things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And so it's a really exciting industry to be in the keto world, to see all the research that's being done to help transform people's lives. And so here's the thing. I've taken Fit to Fat to Fit, what I've learned from Fit to Fat to Fit and keto, and I've created the Keto School. So the Keto School comprises all of the keto knowledge that you need on the physical side, right? Like what to eat, what not to eat, how to do keto the right way, foods to avoid, things like that. Everything that you need to know for to do keto optimally, you will have in there, but also the mental and emotional side as well, which is what I bring to the game with Fit Fat to Fit. And so the Keto School is a one-stop source for you to learn everything you need to know for this ketogenic transformation that you're about to embark on. So if you want to get access to the Keto School, fill out the form below, and I'll see you guys on the inside.
You look down here, the offer, once again, there's fat blasting workouts, cutting edge content, keto tips, tricks, accountability, support, special deals, and this one's $27 a month. Okay. All right. So there you guys go. There was an offer hack. Now, as you go through the Secrets Masterclass, Steven's gonna go deeper into this. Like, how do you know what things to put and where and how to do it? When we go really deep into this, and when you read the Expert Secrets book, talk about like the one thing in the 3 secrets, right? And the 3 secrets are like, what is their false belief about the vehicle you're trying to put them in, and what's their internal belief, and what's their external beliefs. When we're creating offers, it's the same thing. We're giving them things that'll make it so like they have no ability but to say yes, right? Because like back here, Drew came and said, hey, we're gonna give you my ebook teaching how to do the keto diet. People are like, that's awesome, but I failed at every single item in the past. He's like, okay, cool. Well, with that, we're gonna give you a community of people to be able to support you. Okay, it's like, okay, cool, if I had a community, maybe I could do it, but I don't know what to order. He's like, well, cool, I'm gonna give you all the meal plans so you know exactly what to do. Like, cool, okay, I have meal plans, but I hate meal plans. I go to the grocery store, I don't know what to order. It's like, well, cool, I'm gonna give you the grocery list as well. So you have the grocery list that you need to build the meal plans. Like, okay, cool, I can do the grocery and the meal plans, but I don't know how to work out, and I don't really know how to exercise. Like, oh, cool, I'm gonna give you all the workouts. Well, I don't actually have a gym membership. Well, I'm gonna give you workouts you can do at the gym, or you can do it at your house as well. Like, okay, cool. And like, all the different concerns that they're having, you're trying to combine those things into an offer that resolves every concern they have. So the only logical thing to do is like, okay, I have to buy this. Okay, and so that's the power of like understanding how to create offers. That's why I want you looking at a lot of other people's products. Because this is what I do. If you guys look at the first step I do when I create any webinar, you can ask Steven this. The very first thing I did, I sit down and say, okay, what's the offer? Okay, so okay, here's the thing, like what's the first thing you're gonna get? What's the second thing? What's the third thing? A lot of times we'll sit in front of a big, huge whiteboard and I'll map out everything on planet Earth I could give them, from like simple things to like, I'm gonna give them this email that I sent to my vendor to get the thing, to like super complex stuff, like I'm gonna fly to Boise and I'll just do the whole thing for them. And then like I list out everything I can dream of, and I look at that and like something's I'm not willing to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna erase that, I'm not gonna let them come to my house, I'm not gonna let them, blow whatever. And but I try to take all those things, and from there I make an irresistible offer, the best offer I can possibly create. The better the offer is, the more likely they are to actually buy the product. In fact, the better the offer is, the worse your sales pitch can be, okay? Because if like a really good sales pitch will never sell a crappy offer, but a really amazing offer, a crappy sales pitch can sell that, okay? And so that's what you need to understand. The reason why ClickFunnels blew up so good is because we had such a good offer and we had good sales. Like if you had both those things together, it's amazing, okay? So as you're going through Secrets Masterclass with Steven, he's talking about these pieces. Think through that. Offer hack people like I just did with you guys right now. Look at other offers. Look at every webinar you've seen on mine. Look at everyone you've seen with Steven's. Look at everything you ever bought in your life and be like, what did I buy? Okay, so they got me hooked, they got me, and I heard a story, they got me emotionally in charge, and I bought some offer because I believed that thing would solve all my problems. What were all the components of that offer? And start looking at that, paying attention to that. Start looking at everything they offered you and start understanding. When you came to this program, what did we offer you? Okay, we didn't just say, hey, come buy this coaching, it's gonna be awesome. I say, okay, what's all the things they need to be successful? They need to figure out how to create an offer. So I'm gonna give them Secrets Masterclass, I'm gonna give them, and they may say, I'm not sure how to do this, I'm gonna give them a coach Steven to answer their questions. Then they need to build a funnel, so I'm gonna give them funnel building secrets, plus Julie to help them build funnels. Then they need help with traffic, so I'm gonna give them fill your funnel, plus I'm gonna give them access to John. Plus they don't know how to tweak their funnel, so I'm gonna do these funnel audibles. Plus, and so I'm thinking through all the different problems you could possibly have and try to create an offer that solves every one of your problems. So when you buy this, you have everything you need to be successful. It's the same thing I'd be thinking too, as you're creating each of the offers inside of your funnel and your ad and your emails and everything you're doing. Does that make sense? Like that's the kind of level you guys got to become like scientists, like funnel hacking, like getting down to the offer level, exactly what they're doing. The next thing I want to kind of just comment on as well is, I'm not going to go deep into here in this video, but understand like the hooks and the stories. And a lot of times people get confused, like, isn't the hook the story? And it's like, well, kind of, yeah. But the hook is like, what's the sexy thing that makes it just interesting? If you look at everything we've ever created, like, I think one of the best things I'm really good at figuring out hooks, right? When we launched the webinar for ClickFunnels, I could have been like, here's how to make 6-figure funnels, or here's how to launch your own funnel in 30 days. Like that's an okay hook, but like how do I crank up the sexiness on that hook to make it better and better and better, right? So my hook eventually became my weird niche funnel. It's currently making me $17,947 per day, and how you can ethically knock it off in less than 10 minutes. That's a pretty good hook, right? Now to find that hook, I had to go and actually create a funnel that was doing that first, but that became the hook. For Drew, his hook, he had to go and like be skinny, gain a whole bunch of weight, and then lose it all. Now he's got this hook he can use over and over and over again. That hook will make him money for the rest of his life. Robert Allen, if you look at the dynasty that Robert Allen built in the 80s and 90s, his whole thing was he said, take me to any country, any city in the entire country, put me there with nothing but my credit score or something like that, and within 30 days I'll bought a house with no money down. And he went and did that, got a bunch of PR for it. Now that hook sold his book, sold his coaching, made literally billions of dollars of sales from that hook of the story he created, right? And so for you, like, what's the hook you have? If you don't have a hook yet, it's time to start figuring those things out. Do something crazy. Some of you guys know I just recently launched a podcast. And it was a religious podcast, which I'd never done before. I was really scared about doing it. But I was like, what's the hook for my podcast? If I'm like, I'm doing a podcast because I think it'd be fun to talk about religion. Like, no, I needed a hook. Like, what's the hook? And so I went out, invested a crap ton of money to buy one of the original copies of the Book of Mormon because that's my hook. Like, this is this book. I get the hook. The hook is, I went and spent all this money to get this book because I wanted to share it with you and have a story behind it. But the hook is what makes it interesting, right? Makes people want to actually listen. Makes them want to open your email. Makes them want to watch your ad. Makes them want to come to your thing. Like, what's the hook you have? Okay, and if you don't have a hook yet, that's the next level. Start thinking about that. How do I create a really good hook? What can I do? Okay. Then one other level deeper. This could be like 5 trainings by itself, but I want to go one level deeper on this. On Drew's, his got 2 to 3 minute sales videos. But when I come into like a webinar where I'm going deeper into this, each of these components here inside of my offer, guess what they all have as well? Each of these components has a hook, a story, and an offer. Okay? This is like the next level stuff, you guys, for those who are paying attention. Okay, when I'm on my webinar and I do the Funnel Hacks webinar, in fact, all you guys are going to get access to the 10X Secrets training I'm going to be doing this week actually here. If you're watching this later, you'll have the replay will be in the members area. But notice as I go through there and I do my webinar pitch and I'm selling ClickFunnels, right? I share ClickFunnels and when I'm going to the offer, I share the hook, the story, and I make an offer of you. They get ClickFunnels for free for 6 months. And I'm like, the next thing you need is after you got a funnel, you need to figure out how to write copy, right? And so what's the hook? Like so I grab a hook. Like copy is the only thing that actually matters on your page. Nothing else matters. If you have the best selling product, or if you have the right copy, this page is going to be done. It's kind of like if you build it, they'll come, right? No, you have to actually have copy that converts them, or else it's useless. Let me tell you a story about that. I tell them a story about that, and then make them an offer. So because of that, I'm going to be giving you this amazing software called Funnel Scripts the next 12 months. So I do that for this component. Okay, and then the next thing is like my next component of my offer is traffic secrets. Okay, and I could have said, and a lot of you guys are gonna need traffic, so I'm gonna give you some traffic training, which a lot of you guys do. It's like, no, like make that bonus so sexy and so exciting they would pay for just that alone. So like the next thing is, there's this guy named John Reese. He had this course called Traffic Secrets. He made $1 million in a day with it. It was the greatest course in the world. So now they're hooked, right? And I actually recently relaunched it. It sold for $1,000. I bought a copy of the course. It was awesome. But then I went back to John. I transitioned my story. And I wanted to buy this course for all of you guys. I know that if you had Traffic Secrets, you get traffic, all your funnels would solve all your problems. And I asked if I could give it for free to all you guys. And he said, no, of course. And I was like, oh, well, crap. Well, can I just buy the company from you? And he said, no. And I went back and forth. Eventually, I gave him $1 million, and he gave me the company. And now I'm able to give you this product for free. Okay? Hook, sorry, offer. Now it's like, in your mind, you're like, that thing alone is literally worth $1,000, and Russell gave it to me. Okay? And every one of my steps in my offer, I do a hook, a story, and an offer. Okay? So that's like the next level, especially when you have longer format to sell like webinars. Like I'm going deep onto this. So each of these things, like, I think a hook, story, and offer for the offer, but then hook, story, offer for each of the components here of the offer. Now, some of you guys are like, Russell, I didn't buy $1 million thing. I'm not going to do money with no real estate. I'm not going to lose a whole bunch of weight. And I understand that. So all I think about is like, how are other ways you can get those kind of stories? Okay. I did an interview with Jason Fladlin a little while ago, and he told me, he said that he was creating some e-commerce funnel product. And he's like, I don't even have any e-commerce funnels that are live right now. So he's like, but I needed a hook and a story. So he's like, what I did is I went and I found Trey Llewellyn, who Trey right now has the #1 biggest funnel in ClickFunnels, and it's an e-commerce funnel. He's like, so I sent Trey money to interview him. He said, Trey said, I can do the interview for free. He's like, no, I need to pay you because this is part of my offer. So I actually sent him $5,000 to interview him for an hour. And then he's like, I took that interview and it became part of my offer for my thing I was selling. He said, when I got that component, I was able to say, look, there's this guy who's the #1 seller inside of ClickFunnels. He's got the only funnel to $20 million in 6 weeks selling an e-commerce product. There's the hook. Okay. Now I wanted to find out from Trey the secrets, and I could have just asked him for an interview, but I actually paid him $5,000. I sent him $5,000, and I interviewed him. I got all the best stuff, and that interview now is inside of this product, and it's sitting there for you, and you can get access to it for free. Boom. Now I'm taking that story and that hook and building it into my offer. Okay. So these pieces of the offer, they can be other things. Like if I was Drew, maybe he's got a ketogenic thing in here, but maybe he's like, hey, I would love to have a biohacking module. Let me call Anthony DiComeni and find out the top supplements for people who are on a ketogenic diet, and then get Anthony. Now he's got the hook of like, I found the best biohacking coach in the world. He told me the best supplements for ketogenic diet. And because of that, we got this new blueprint, this new plan is plugged in here. Okay, so you can always make these offers sexier and sexier and sexier. Okay, if Drew is my coach and he hired me, the first thing I would say to Drew is like, this is good, but you got to make each of these components in your offer, make them sexier. Do a better hook, better story, better offer on each of these, and you'll see dramatic increase in conversion because the offer gets better and it makes it easier. That $37 gets cheaper and cheaper into someone's mind, the better the offer gets. Okay, so for you guys, I just wanted to give you this so you're thinking through this concept. What's the hook? What's the story? What's the offer? What's the hook, story, and offer for each of the components of my offer? Okay? And the more you're thinking about this, the better you're going to become at it. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is those 10 companies you wrote down last week that I gave you, I want you to go through and offer hack them. Now, some of you guys don't have the financial resources to buy every one of the products. That's totally cool. But you can always offer hack their homepage. So worst case, go to their homepage, watch their video, and figure out what's their hook, what's the story, and what's the offer. Okay? And do this for companies in your market, in your red ocean, but do it for other ones as well. Look at any of my webinars. Look at anybody you know who's good online. Look at Frank Kern. Look at Dan Kennedy. Look at anybody who's doing good stuff, who's making money in any market. I don't care if it's fitness, weight loss, financial planning, physical products. Look at the people who are the best and look at how they're doing this. What's the hook, the story, and the offer? Okay? That's the commonality between those who are successful. Hook, story, offer. Figure out what those things are. And for at least those 10, worst case scenario, go to the 10 sales messages for those 10 you picked out last week and figure out the hook, the story, and the offer. Write those things out. And just by doing that, it's going to start to get the wheels in your head spinning. Like, well, I could create something like that, or I could do this, or maybe I could do this instead. And it's going to start opening up your mindset to understand cool things you can plug in to be part of your offer. Okay? And a lot of times, these things in your offer, they don't have to be a big. Like a lot of times I see people, they'll create like a 6-week training course on this, and a 6-week training course on this, and 6 week, and they like have all these things because they think that like, the size of the content is what makes the offer better, and that's not true. What makes the offer better is not the size of the content, it's the hook and the story. Okay? In fact, Liz Benny in her webinar, where she teaches people how to become a social media manager, I think one of the bonuses she has that converts people the highest is just the contract that her lawyer wrote for them to go and take. So like, you don't have to go hire a lawyer and pay him $5,000. I paid a lawyer $5,000. He wrote me this contract. I got the ability to give it to you. You can just take it, and then you can go and have people sign the same contract, and now the legal stuff's done for you. I had the same thing with my high ticket secrets program that you guys all got for free. You're welcome. One of the biggest selling things people had was not the training. It was the 2-page sales script, 2 pages. And I talked about this, like these 2 pages have made me over $100 million. They've made the industry about $6.5 billion is tracked. And these 2 pages, that's the script. If you guys want this, it's part of the bonus. And people are like, I want the script. And they freak out because they want those 2 pieces of paper, okay? So a lot of times it's like, in fact, if you read the book Rework, one of my favorite books, he talks about the byproduct, what you're creating, right? And so like, by you doing whatever you're selling, like by Drew going through this weight loss program and learning how to be on keto, like how to lose weight as a ketogenic person, he figured out what he was able to eat. He figured out his own grocery list because he had to buy it anyway. He figured out the workouts he wanted. Like he did this stuff anyway for himself. So it's just the byproduct of it. Okay, so the byproduct is all the stuff you created doing the thing you're doing anyway. You bundle that together, and that becomes a sexy thing. Because that's the stuff people have to go and figure out on their own. You give them those pieces, and it makes the offer sexier. Okay, so for me, I'm always figuring out how can I take this offer, how can I make it sexier, how can I make it better, how can I make it even more intense, and as you're thinking that thing, that's how you're going to see conversions go up because these price points, $37, $124, $27 a month. The worse the offer is, the more expensive that looks. So you can either drop the price, like people normally when they're competing on price, or you increase the offer, and all of a sudden it's like, I get all that for $37? Like, holy crap, I'm in. Okay? When I went to Grant Cardone's event, and I was trying to my goal was to make $3 million in 90 minutes, which we did. Okay, and I thought for the math to work, I have to sell something at least $3,000. Like, I know my conversion rates, the offer has to be $3,000. And I was selling something similar I've sold for years that I sold for $1,000 for 2,000 different price points. I'm like, if I'm gonna sell this for $3,000, I have to take the existing offer and I have to make it way sexier. Okay, so the first offer used to be 6 months of ClickFunnels. So I'm like, hey, to sell for $3,000, I got to make this seem cheap. I had to crank it up, so I went from 6 months to a year. I used to have, here's training on how to write sales copy. I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I need to give them software. So I gave them funnel scripts, made it sexier. Okay, we had some traffic systems, but like, nope, we need to give them, I need to buy traffic secrets and give them John Reese thing to make it sexier. And I'm like, all these things, I'm trying to make it sexier and sexier and sexier. And when you do that, it makes the price of this seem less. Okay, it makes it like, oh my gosh, this is cheap. Okay, because $37 for a 2-page book 2-page manual seems really, really expensive. But $37 for a trip to the Bahamas and back seems really, really inexpensive, right? And so the better the offer is, the cheaper the price seems, and the more likely people are going to buy. Okay, and so that's it, you guys. That's offer hacking. I hope you have some fun with this. And I hope you geek out with it, because every single time I launch something, you should be looking for this stuff. What's the hook Russell used? What's the story he told me? And what's the offer he's making at the end? Okay? Because I do it over and over and over again. The best people all do it. So watch what they're doing. Watch the email list you're on. Watch the people who are doing stuff. Look for the hook, the story, and the offer. And don't get sucked in. Don't buy everybody's stuff. Everything you need to be successful is inside this program. I hope you guys understand that. And you're seeing all this stuff we're adding. Everything you need to be successful. Don't get hooked into the story and buy the thing. You don't need the thing. But you just need to learn, funnel hack, watch, model, understand the hook, the story, and the offer. And you see people doing this over and over again, you'll become amazing at it as well. So that, you guys, is it for today. So your homework is to go back to those 10 you did last time and offer hack them. Figure out hook, story, and the offer for each of them, and that's kind of game plan. With that said, I appreciate you guys being part of this program. Hope you're loving it. Dig deep into Secrets Masterclass. I know Steven's opening up for Q&A calls here really, really soon. Make sure you write down your questions, get on those calls, pay attention to them. My next video coming out is going to be going into a whole bunch of different ways to create offers. I'm going to give you guys so many ideas. You're just like, I could make an offer about anything because there's so many things. So look for that one here in the next couple of weeks. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
If I'm marketing, I'm in business, and if I don't understand the market, if I don't deeply understand the competitive landscape, the supply and demand chain, what I'm going to do, the marketing opportunities, the white space that I love to play in so much, then I'm going to lose. You know, so many of you starting t-shirt companies without doing a hardcore audit of the 50, 100 t-shirt companies in the market, and that's why so many people lose. They confuse enthusiasm or hobby for business skills, and so before you do anything, before you jump into anything, do your damn homework.